over the past season, Manchester City has dominated the English footballing landscape, reaching the greatly desired mark of 100 points in the Premier League, the century. Now, this achievement is potentially going to mark the brand new beginnings of a series on the JarradHD channel. This is the Career Mode Challenge series. We will be taking on real life scenarios from the world of football and be attempting to either replicate, one up, or achieve some sort of goal from these real life scenarios. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the rules for the first challenge of the series, the Manchester City Centurion Challenge. In order for us to have completed the Manchester City Centurion Challenge, we will have to complete the following objectives. We will have to finish the Premier League season with 101 or more points. We will have to win the Premier League title race by 20 points or more. We will have to score 107 goals or more. And we will have to win 19 games in a row at least. And for this challenge, we will only have the one season to try achieving this. It's going to be tough, it's going to be interesting, but let's get into the challenge. I hope you guys are super excited for this challenge and for the series as a whole. If you want to see more of this series in the future, make sure you show some mad support on today's video by leaving a like on the video. And also, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. We are on the home stretch to 200,000 subscribers, which is just insane. Also, a shout out to @CanadianRom on Twitter. He is the man who approached me with the idea for this series, so I'm excited to see what we can do with his initial concept and take it even further. Make sure if you have any ideas for future challenges we can do in this series, make sure you leave a comment down below with what they are and the rules, or tweet them at me on Twitter. My handle is @JarradHD. So this is going to be our starting lineup for the opening season, and there's a few transfers I want to do nice and early. I want to bring a new centre defensive midfielder / centre midfielder in. Now, I know Fernandinho has been brilliant in real life for Man City, but 32 years of age, in career mode sense, he's only going to be going down, so we need to nip that in the bud nice and early. Bring in a new left back, 79 rated Fabian Delph. We can get somebody higher rated for sure. And then, although it's going to hurt a lot of Man City fans, we need to bring in a new centre back, mainly because Company is 31 years of age, so he'll be going down as well. So those are the moves I want to make for the first season. So the first position we're going to look to improve on is going to be the left back spot. Now, I'm going to go in for David Alaba. May as well. We've got to get this squad to a level where we can just get 101 or more points in this first season. So let's see what we can do. We're going to offer a transfer fee, £34 million. So I'm going to say a little bit above his value, but nothing extreme. We'll say 37 million. What's 61 million? Jeez. I would say Ancelotti, but he got sacked at this point, didn't he? So I'm going to lowball him because we've got a lot of business to make. Let's say 44.1 million. 61.1. Again, I get Alaba's good, but we don't want to blow a lot of our transfer budget. I said 44 before, didn't I? Let's say 50 million on the dot. If they don't see that, I'm going to go ahead and maybe look to talk to somebody else. Okay, we have a deal. I was going to say let's go in for Alexandro or someone like that, but we've put in that offer. Now, let's delegate. That's a pro tip. Delegate instead of negotiating, because that way you generally don't have to pay bonuses and release clauses and all that good stuff. So, we'll see what Bayern Munich say. And in the meantime, let's go in for another player. We're going to go in for a big name midfielder, Toni Kroos, Real Madrid. Not paying the release clause, but let's see what we can get Zidane to do. So he's valued at 69.5 million. I'm going to say 75. Obviously more valuable than that, but start off low, see what they say. Zidane says 129.1, which I'm not going to pay. I'm going to say 85 million and see what Zidane says about that one. 129 again. We'll go to 95 now. Don't want to throw it all out on the table. See if we can get a good deal pulled off. 95 million for Toni Kroos. What is it I'm going to say? they're going to have some time to think about it. Toni Kroos transfer offer unacceptable, 129 million again. I don't want to pay that much for him. He's a great midfielder, but we've got to be tactical here. We've got to save our money at certain points. So let's say 100 million on the dot. See what they say about that one. What are you going to say? Okay, they'll go ahead with it. So let's offer him a contract. I mean, that was easier than I expected. So that's a lot of money. Let's say 355 and then 550. Imagine having that amount of money coming into your bank account every week. That would be incredible. Great news, as David Alaba accepted his contract. David Alaba, the Austrian left back, is going to be our first signing for this Manchester City Centurion Challenge. Welcome to Manchester City, David Alaba. And Toni Kroos joins Alaba at Manchester City. The German centre midfielder becomes one of our highest rated players. 90 rated, joining for 100 million pounds on the dot. Welcome to Man City, Toni Kroos. Alright, so it feels like it is time to go in for a centre-back now. As I said, not too keen on replacing Company. Great Man City player, Man City legend I would say, but for the experiment, for the challenge I should say, we have to. So I was thinking, we're in the Premier League. Our goal is to get top of the Premier League, dominate the Premier League. So strengthening our side, it would make sense to weaken a fellow Premier League rival. So we're going to go in Chelsea, Cesar Azpilicueta. Going to be interesting to see financially whether we'll be able to pull it off. I'm going to start off trying to do a player swap. Actually, I'd say the player swap to begin with. See what Conte does say. So do I offer up? Who do I offer up? I'm going to offer up Company just from a financial sense because Laporte and John Stones could be pretty quality, but no, they want a left winger. I'm not offering either of those, so we will offer a transfer fee, let's say 40 million. Don't want to get stretched too much. 57.7. I don't know how much he's going to want in terms of wages, though. Let's say 45.5. Still a bit of a jump there. 57.7 again, so that's not going to leave us enough in terms of the wages. Let's say 47.7. Come on, Conte. Okay, they'll accept it. So, 47.7. Let's get into contract negotiations with Azpilicueta. And there it is. Cesar Azpilicueta becomes our third signing for this Manchester City Centurion Challenge. The Spanish centre-back's former Chelsea captain signs for 47.7 million pounds. A very good tactical transfer. Now, a somewhat controversial departure here, as Vincent Kompany is going to be leaving the club. We have sold the Belgian player, the Belgian captain, and the Manchester City legend to AC Milan for 27.6 million pounds. So we're going to have our first Premier League game here away against Brighton. I'm not going to carry on for all the games, going to get through it nice and rapidly to keep the video entertaining for you guys. So it's a 2-1 loss. That's the worst possible start. Alright, game number 2 at home against Everton. Let's see if we can get into winning ways here. We need to 3-1. That is good. Alright, game number 3 is away against Bournemouth. We need the points. Let's not have a loss like we had against Brighton. Let's get a win like against Everton. It is a 2-1 win. We just need goals and we need wins. So that's 2 wins in a row. I feel like the 19 or more is going to be the hardest part of this challenge. And here we are on transfer deadline day. Fabian Delph is off to Bayern Munich for 13.3 million pounds. I'm just trying to raise some finances for January so we can bring in some more players according to how we're going with the video. So a pretty full-on window here, almost 200 million pounds spent. We bring in David Alaba, Toni Kroos and Cesar Azpilicueta. We sell Vincent Kompany and Fabian Delph. This is what our starting 11 looks like now. Every single player on international duty, which shows how good we are. But let's get back into the simulation of the games and the hopeful completion of the Centurion Challenge. So a big test here as we face Liverpool at home. Match day 4, currently on a 2-game win streak. Can we keep that up? Let's go, lads. We're going to simulate it. 2-0. Silva and De Bruyne, get in there. Alright, taking on Watford now. Away. Vicarage Road. Let's keep the win streak up. Come on, lads. How are we going to do? A 2-0 loss. We're back to 0, and we can't afford losses if we want to get 101 or more points. So we need to get back to winning ways. The challenge is not going to be easy if we're losing to teams like Brighton and Watford consistently. Crystal Palace now at home, and it's a 2-1 win. So Chelsea away is a very big test. Let's see whether bringing in Azpilicueta is going to help us take down Chelsea and get back to our road to the challenge completion. Yes, it is a 1-0 result. David Silva getting the goal. All right, home now against Stoke. We're back up in the title race. Only 2 points away from Manchester United. 1 point behind Spurs. Let's get a result against relegated Stoke. 3-0. Yes, lads. Home against Burnley. They caused a big shock in real life this past season, qualifying for the Europa League. Let's hope they don't cause a shock against us. No, they don't. A 3-1 result. All right, another relegated side. We're currently on a 4-game win streak. Need to keep this up. This is probably our best chance of getting the 19 wins in a row, because if we leave it too late, we probably will run out of time. And it's a 2-1 result, but Alaba getting red carded. Oh God, this has put a big dent in our hopes for the challenge. Otamendi out with a broken tibia. I am not jealous of him right now. 5 months on the sidelines for our star centre-back. We need to go in for a new centre-back come January 1st. I mean, or we could just hope Laporte grows. I'll probably go in for one just to be safe. So it's a big blow here ahead of our game against Arsenal. A very tough game. Otamendi out. Alaba out. Come on. This is going to be a real test. We pop 4-0. You're kidding me. 4-0. That's our best result when we're missing 2 of our star players. De Bruyne red carded, but 4-0. So 6 wins in a row, just about a third of the way through that goal. Hopefully we can continue that run as we travel here to the King Power to take on Leicester. No De Bruyne. How are we going to go? Another 4-0 would be nice. A 0-0, so the streak is over. Damn it. No. No. You are kidding me. Look how bad our luck has been. Azpilicueta out with an ACL injury. 4 months on the sidelines for him. I mean, number one, that is unrealistic. ACLs is like 12 months at least. But 4 months for Otamendi and Azpilicueta. We definitely need a new centre-back in January now. Alright, so away to Huddersfield. Gonna auto-complete that. And I mean, look at that. Adarabioyo comes in. Probably should have put John Stones in there. That might cost us, actually. Don't let the CPU do that. We still get a 2-0 win, and Adarabioyo scored. All right, taking on Southampton now. Away from home. The win streak is back underway. Let's get it to 19. Stones and Laporte are our centre-backs, and it's a 4-1 win. Keep the goals coming, lads. We are into December. We are top of the Premier League. We are on a 2-game win streak. 29 goals so far. Let's see if we can add more to that equation with this game against West Ham. My camera battery just died. I will change that after a 4-1 victory. So, our first Manchester derby here for this Centurion challenge. And it's going to be a big test. Can we get a result away at Old Trafford? We're about to find out. A 1-1 draw, so we're back to 0. Alright, away at Swansea a few days later. The lads are tired, but we will persist. Come on, let's get the win streak up and running again. 2-2, Sane injured. Things are going from bad to worse. Luckily, it's only a bruised elbow for Leroy Sane. 8 days on the sidelines for our German superstar. Bernardo Silva in for Sane before I don't know what word I was trying to pronounce there, but before this huge game against Tottenham at home. Come on, will we get the win streak back up and running? We do. 1-0, but Aguero injured. Oh no. Oh, come on. The luck, the FIFA gods are not on our side in this challenge. Another player succumbing to an ACL injury, and it's one of our best, Sergio bloody Aguero. Whilst Jesus is one of my favourite players in career mode this year, it's still a big loss to us because we're losing 5 overall at the moment with Aguero being out injured. So we're going to feel the effects here as we take on Bournemouth. A 1-game win streak. We need to get our second win here. We need to get the ball rolling. Will we? we do a 2-0 result. The Boxing Day clash here, away, St. James's Park. Very intimidating prospect this game is. Come on. Can we make it 3? No, it's a 2-0 loss to Newcastle. Our final game of 2017, away against Crystal Palace. Let's end 2017 on a winning note and head into 2018 with a 1-game win streak. No, another loss! Come on, City, get your shit together. So just a little update here as we are on the 1st of January, technically halfway through the challenge, but we're 3 games over and we're equal first position with Chelsea. We've got an identical record. We're just ahead on goal difference. So we're on a 0-game win streak, which is not good. We want to finish with 101 points, so we're not on target for that either. And we've got 39 goals, so things are not looking good for this challenge. The Centurion challenge, not looking good, but let's see if we can rescue it. And I mean, we need to win the league title by 20 plus points, so we need to have an almost perfect second half of the season. So we're going to go in for a new centre-back here. Need to get someone higher rated than John Stones. No offense to John Stones, but from a FIFA standpoint, we need to. Kostas Manolas, we're going to go in for the Greek centre-back, £38 million. We will offer up his value, and Roma accept it. Thanks, Roma. Roma helped us out a lot. He did us a solid there. All right, so we'll delegate the offer now. 99,000, we'll say 109, 160. Let's get him in ASAP. You know, considering we have this game against Watford on the 1st of January, it probably would have been smarter for me to go in and just offer him straight up so that we actually had him ready for this game. I'm talking about Manolas. We could have had Manolas for this game, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Let's get back to winning ways here. New year, new city, 1-0, 3-0, yes. And there it is. We bring ourselves in a new centre-back, Kostas Manolas, £38 million from Roma. Let's hope Kostas, don't get injured, mate. Don't get injured. So we're going to get Manolas in for his first Premier League game here. Simic taking on Newcastle. We lost 2-0 to them last time. We cannot afford for another result like that. Come on, lads. Man City versus Newcastle, January 19th, and it's a 1-0 result. So a very crucial game here on deadline day, at home to West Bromwich Albion. We need to get some goals. We need to get a big win. Come on, let's do it. And 4-0, that is exactly what the doctor ordered. So Manolas coming in was the only piece of business we do this window. The only piece of business we could really afford to do, but hopefully it's enough to at least get us in contention for the goals we have set ourselves. Let's continue with the playthrough. Alright, away to Burnley here at Turf Moor. Kyle Walker out for this game, but it's only a dead leg injury, so he'll be back for the next one quite easily unless he gets another injury. But it's going to be a 1-0 loss. Come on! Oh no, we can't even string more than 3 wins together lately. So we need to get back to winning ways. Running out of time. I don't even know if it's possible for us to complete the challenge anymore due to the wins, but we'll give it our best shot, and it's a 1-0 result here against Leicester. Alright, travelling to the Emirates here, taking on Arsenal, a big away game for us. Come on, let's get some goals on the board. Let's get some results. Alright, 2-0, that is good. I accidentally went over it in the calendar. It got moved because of our FA Cup game against Bournemouth coming up, but a 1-1 draw against Liverpool puts us back down to bloody 0. So great news, Azpilicueta has been cleared to return from injury just in time for this top of the table clash against Chelsea. As you can see, we're 3 points ahead of them. We could give ourselves a 6-point buffer if we get a result here. Come on, let's do it. 1-0, yes. At home to Brighton, 64 points. I don't think we're going to be able to complete any of the objectives for this challenge, but we'll see what we can do. We'll give it an old right crack, and it's a 4-0 result. That definitely helps. Alright, away against Stoke City. Otamendi back, but he stays on the bench because overall-wise, Manolas and Azpilicueta higher than him by 1, and it's a 0-0 draw. Yeah, it ain't happening for us, is it, lad? I mean, the fact that we've struggled so much in a lot of these areas and still are winning the league just proves how special Pep Guardiola and Manchester City's achievement last season was. Absolutely incredible, incredibly difficult to duplicate, and it's a 1-1 draw here. Another Manchester derby coming up here. at home this time to Manchester United, looking to extend our lead at the top of the Premier League table. Can we do it? Yes, we can. We have Aguero back for this game at home against Swansea. We need goals. Aguero, hopefully he can score 3 or 4 on his return. Will he? No, but De Bruyne gets 2. All right, Huddersfield at home. We are 7 points clear, so there's a chance we can complete the 20 points clear if we keep winning games, and I mean 4-0 results like that definitely help. West Ham away, wrapping up the final few games of the season. I think we're going to need to score about 40 goals in the next few games to get at least the goals objective complete. 2 there, but it's our 4th win in a row. And it looks like Leroy Sané's season and video is over. 5 weeks on the sidelines after suffering a broken metatarsal injury. Away against Spurs here. Azpilicueta out with an injury. Sorry, not Azpilicueta, Sané. What am I saying? Let's see if we can get a result. Come on. 2-0 loss. Yeah, we ain't completing any of the challenges, lads. So with our final game of the season coming up here, away at Southampton, we're going to win the Premier League title. That is secured. We finish, what? If we win here, we'll finish 17 points from, sorry, not even 17. Yeah, 17 points from 101. And we need 40 goals in this game to get 107. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, let's just achieve one objective. 40-0 result, FIFA gods, do it for your boy. 2-1, we fail every objective. So fellas, here we are at the end of the season and the end of the video. Let's have a quick look at how we went against the objectives. It's safe to say that this was a complete failure for the first challenge. It was a very tough challenge to set ourselves to begin with, and like I said earlier, it really proves how impressive Pep Guardiola's achievement at City was, being able to get 101 points, being able to win 19 in a row, being able to score 106 goals. We finished on 84 points, 10 points clear of Chelsea, so we needed another 10 to achieve that. That was the closest we got to any of them. 101 points, obviously didn't reach that many. We finished 17 behind that. Scoring 107 goals, didn't even get close. We had a lot of 4-0 results in there, and we only managed to score 69 goals, Kappa, all season. And then this was really embarrassing. Winning 19 or more in a row, the best we got was 6. An utter disgrace. But fellas, as you know, I'm always trying to do new things on the channel, trying this new series, new challenges. As I said, if you want to see more of this challenge series, make sure you leave a like on the video, and always I encourage you to leave me suggestions on specific challenges that we can do that have real life sort of storylines attached to them, if that makes sense. But anyways lads, it has been JarradHD here. Hope you have a great day. I am out. Peace.